nothing else, you know. And so many of us love the arts, we love entertainment, we love what we do, that is often the case, you know. So to the next question.
Yes.
And interesting enough, you said that you found your calling, so to speak, very early on. I think something I experienced having done a bit of work with you is that you're multifaceted when it comes to being a creative.
Oh yeah, tell us more.
Well, look, I mean, if you just think about the way that you style yourself, that in itself, I think, is an art form, and it's beautiful, and it's unique, and and it resonates with other people, and they see that uniqueness in that. And I mean, you know, there are some creatives who are like, I do music, you know, like I don't feel like you limit yourself to one lane of creativity, which I think is an important thing in the creative industry, in the entertainment industry. So the next question is, do you think you would have ended up in music if your pulse points were different?
So yeah, it's good that you sort of spoke about the different art things. So I never planned to be a musician per se. I'm a writer. I trained to be a writer. I studied creative writing. I've been writing since I was very, very young. And I came into the music industry as a writer. So like as a ghostwriter. And I thought, if I'm going to do anything in music, I'm going to write for other artists. Because I didn't really see myself as being like in front of the camera. I always saw myself as being the person working on the actual music itself. So, was I gonna do anything else? Well, I was gonna write. I was gonna be a writer. Yeah, I'm interested in writing movies. I'm interested in writing poetry. I'm interested in writing political opinion. For many years, before I ended up on the MADJOZI Milana album, like up until maybe 6 or 7 months before that, I wanted to be a politician. As well, you know.
Comrade
MADJOZI. I worked actually on a couple of political campaigns in various African countries, like trying to experience what it's like, you know, how does one get elected and etc. And basically realized, like, even within that, what I enjoyed was writing. What I enjoyed was writing the campaign messages. What I enjoyed was writing the speeches. What I enjoyed, you know, and I had to basically accept that that is my true calling after all. I was a bit suspicious of it because my parents literally named me after a writer. So my real name is Maya. So it was like Maya Angelou. And so it felt like, because my path went into writing, I felt like, this is not me, this is what they wanted from me. That's what, regardless of how it came to be, it's the thing that makes sense for me. So it was either going to be, and it definitely still will be a writer, or it was going to be like the president or something.
Jeez.
I mean, you could still be the president one day, you know?
It's tough.
Yeah, but if anyone can do it, you can do it.
True.
Okay. I mean, I think we've known one another for two-ish years, something like that. One of the things that struck me the first time I met you is you're deeply intelligent. You want to know exactly how things work. Nothing that you do is by chance. You want to know that every step you're taking, you've researched it and you know exactly what to do going forward, where the pitfalls are and what's going on. I think it's such a great lesson for any young artist to learn. And I think you're a great role model for this gen as far as that's concerned. Okay, so the third question.
Yes.
What are the 3 biggest lessons you've learned over the past 2 years?
You don't always have to tweet your thoughts on things. Was one lesson for sure. I learned that you actually don't have to be the best singer in order to sing, and that's something that we also worked on a lot. And just in working with you, so I worked with RJ on my album a lot. So if you hear a lot of my singles, there's only very little singing in my stuff, and I'm mostly like rapping or sort of flowing. but there's a little bit of singing. But in my album, actually, there's like quite a bit more singing, and I always thought I couldn't sing. I was like the only person in my whole friend group that didn't make it into the school choir. And,
Shit.
you know, I just believed I couldn't sing. And then I bumped into my music teacher like a year and a half ago or so, the one who rejected me. And he was like, he was like, I always knew I had a good voice. I said, but where? Where? So I don't think, there's so much that we believe in ourselves that's not necessarily true. Right? Like, I just assumed I can't sing. So just think about it. Like, what if there's something in your life that you just assume, you've never tried it, you assume you can't do it, or it's for other people to do, and then what if you try it and you can? Like, I'm using that example because it's something that happened in my life. Like, for example, I grew up thinking I have really ugly toes, and then I, later in life, discovered that they're actually quite cute.
They changed.
They didn't change. My idea of them changed. You know what I mean? So I'm saying, like, this stuff that you just, for whatever reason, and you might look back and it turns out to be some dumb thing. Because when I told the music teacher, I'm like, and I auditioned, and you said no. And he was like, oh, I remember. It's because you were supposed to audition with this song and not Kelly Kumalo's Qinisela, which is what I auditioned with. Right? So it was like a dumb thing like that, which led me for years to believe I can't sing. What else did I learn? I mean, what else do you guys want to know about? I've learned a lot. Everything I know about the music industry, I had to learn in the last 3 years because I wasn't making music before that. What have I learned?
I mean, maybe something we can add on there, because I do think it's an important thing for young artists to understand, which is record deals, signing deals, releasing your music. I mean, you, as you said, you're an independent artist, which for me is absolutely remarkable, because I feel like you've risen to the top. And as an independent artist, I think it's deeply inspiring. The bottom line is that most young South African artists are going to have to release independently. Big labels are not signing as many artists, so you have to do it on your own. So I mean, being an independent artist, what are the lessons that you kind of have taken out of, I suppose, contracts and releasing your music, away from labels, or labels coming to you and saying, I want to sign you?
The biggest lesson is, labels need artists. You always think they're doing you a favor, but think about it. Universal can be as big as, I shouldn't name drop, but whatever record label can be as big as they want to be. They can be huge, they can have the best execs, they can have great computers, they can have great studios. If they don't have artists, they cannot make money. They cannot do anything. They can have the best in marketing. What are they going to market?
Nothing.
You know what I mean? They can have the best, they can have the best facilities, mixing, whatever. Without the songs, what are they mixing and recording? They need you. Trust me that as much as you feel like you need a record label, they need you more. Which is not to say, record labels are bad or whatever, but come in there knowing. Because the first deals I went into, the first meetings on deals I went into, I was just so like, wow, how, they could offer me this. Luckily I spoke to people and they were like, that's nothing, girl. Like the world is available for you, because you come in there and they're offering you this little thing and you're like, wow, so amazing. Forgetting that they need you more than you need them. And trust me, they're never gonna offer you more than what they're gonna get out of you. Trust that. The other thing is, don't be lazy to learn about royalties and basically music law. It's not that complicated. It sounds crazy. It's very basic. A song consists of 100%. Generally, 50% is the master. The other side is like publishing rights, right? Of those publishing, generally it's going to be split 50-50 between the composer and the author. So the person who makes the beat and the person who writes the lyrics. So it should be split. If you've written lyrics for a song, you should be getting royalties, right? If you've made a beat, you should be getting royalties. You should probably try to negotiate part of the master as well, but whatever. At the very least, you should be, if you, like I wrote Dumi phone from beginning to end, né? And was offered some ridiculous amount for it, like very little, right? And luckily I learned like, oh no, as the full author of this song, I'm entitled to at least 50% of the publishing. So you should know that. It's not complicated. It just sounds difficult when you don't know about it. Just learn about that. It's important. Yeah, what else? I also learned that as a woman, there's two things about being a woman. One, engineers are men, which is like frustrating.
You knew how to work logic.
For sure, yeah. I'm not like a huge what's the word, producer, but I have to know how to record myself and do at least the basic mixing and engineering for myself, right? Learn that, because even me, I want to hire women and I can't because the women don't have the technical skills. You know, I want to hire women engineers, I want to hire women producers, women beat makers, and women just don't have those skills, right? And even if what you do is the voice part, etc., try to learn also a bit of the technical part as well. That's very helpful. Then the second thing in being a woman is that, like, especially if you're a boss, like myself, people are always gonna make it out to be like you're very difficult. Like if you know what you want and you say no, but this I can't accept, this is not good enough, this and whatever, they'll always make you seem like you're being difficult. Men ask for the same things and it's fine. And this applies to everybody, I think, in any industry. That as a woman, they'll always try to perceive you like you are difficult to work with, etc. Rather be difficult and great than like pleasurable and average. Thanks.
I mean, this next question